Hi there, my name is Deon from Namirembe Alternative Health, and today I'm going to show you how to plant seeds. So today we're going to be planting chasterberry seeds. Chasterberries, formerly known as Agnus castus by the botanical name, are used for women's hormone and reproductive health. So when we plant seeds, we generally tend to use a very nice, soft and well aerated substrate. So when you look at your substrate, you generally want a substrate that when you press it down, it comes loose very easily so that your seedlings can shoot roots rather easily and stay relatively well moist. So the mixture that we're going to use today is made out of 5 parts aerobic compost. If you don't know how to make that, you can always go look in the link down below. 4 parts cocoa and 1 part perlite. This gives you a well aerated mix with enough nutrients to get your seedlings started, and it is good enough for your hair roots to start shooting out. So generally when we do seeds, the rule is the size of the seed will determine how much coverage there is. Now a lot of people like to put their seeds in one by one in little rows, but generally that is not necessary if you're going to transplant them shortly after they have developed their roots. So when you are growing large amounts of plants, you want to get as many seeds growing as possible in a small enough as an area. So what we would generally do is we just take our lovely little seeds which have been harvested straight off of the plant and given a chance to dry, and we will gently spread it, trying to give it enough area all over. We don't want to clump them too close to each other, but because we are going to be transplanting them shortly after they germinate, we have no problem with putting them against each other in an unorganized manner. If we had to spread this by doing it individually in nice neat little lines, it would take us a reasonably long time, and we don't want to fill it too much, so we just put a few seeds in and then we add a layer as thick as the seeds are. So because it's a very light medium, generally what you will do is you will just gently spread it in the same way that you spread your previous seeds, and give a light covering. And because your medium is your growing mixture is light enough, you won't have any issues with over covering because the water will evenly spread it afterwards. So if some seeds stick out, it is not anything to worry about because the humidity and the moisture content will still allow them to root. So once we've got it nicely covered, you will then gently press down, not pushing it, but gently just compacting it so that the seeds get in between all your little pieces. Notice how I'm not actually moving any soil, I'm just gently tapping it. And then you will put a light covering of water. Try and not overdo it, but you also want to make sure that everything gets a nice moisture content to just press the seeds on. And if you have a good sprinkler or a spray bottle, it's even better, but today we're using a watering can. And that is how you do seedlings. When planting your seeds over, it generally takes a while for them to get growing. Often we get very excited and very enthusiastic, and we just want them to hurry up, but unfortunately nature doesn't work that way. So when growing your seeds, to make them grow as fast as possible, you can generally get a horticultural heating mat, and you can heat the base of them and keep the heads rather moist. If you can spray them every day, it will generally help them shoot just that little bit faster. You can generally expect it to take between 6 to 8 weeks for your seeds to grow, depending on what seeds you have. Chasterberries are known to be rather fast. With other plants, it can take even up to a year. So patience is key, and it depends on the plant that you are planting. With a lot of finer seeds, you won't even add a covering layer because they're too fine to actually cover, and you will just gently spread them and gently press them down before giving water. With vegetable seeds such as spinach and beans, you can always plant them outside directly into the soil, but for all intents and purposes, we are doing this solely to transplant over into pots and bags to supply to the public. So when growing seeds, the best thing is always to do a little bit of research just to make sure that you're planting them just the way they want. Oftentimes, seeds will prefer to be planted in a well-lit area which does not have sunlight but sharp light, and is a rather warm area, so that they can germinate just that little bit faster, and afterwards you can slowly introduce them to sunlight. Thank you so much for watching, and happy growing, and I wish all the best of you. My name is Deon from Namirembe Alternative Health. Should you want to learn more about herbs or holistic medicine, or get treatment yourself, you can either visit our Facebook page at Namirembe Alternative Health. We also have Instagram, or send us a message on 081 362 5312. Thank you, and happy planting.